Hi friends, and welcome back to You Can Yoga 2. This video is putting together number 8. So after you've done videos 1 through 8 in our Yoga Fundamentals series, you should have the foundations to be able to do this next little flow here. So we're going to start on our backs. Coming into constructive rest. So feet firmly planted on the floor. Rolling down. Pressing a little bit through the feet to bring the low back flush with the mat. Ground down. Start to shift the focus from outward to inward. Taking that energy that you use for everyone else and bringing it back here. Bring our hands by our sides. And on your inhale, just reach the arms up and back as far as they'll go. If the backs of the hands don't touch the floor, that's okay. And then you're just going to exhale, bring them back down. So twice more with your breath. We'll inhale up and exhale, bring it back. One more time. Inhale, reaching up, stretching through the fingertips. And then bring it back by your sides. And we're going to come into our bridge pose. So feet flat on the ground. Reach down like you could almost touch your heels. But if you can't, it's no big deal. So we want to feel the feet on the mat, the hands on the mat. Feel the back of the head on the mat. Tilt that tailbone up. Tilt the pelvis up. And then press into the heels. Start to gently squeeze into the glutes. Lifting up for our bridge. 3 breaths here. Chest toward chin and chin toward sky. Squeezing the thighs toward each other energetically. And then exhale, bring it back down. You can bring the feet together here, letting the knees come out into our Supta Baddha Konasana, our butterfly pose. And if this hurts your knees, you can put your blocks or whatever you have under the knees for more support. Nice job. And then closing the knees, just like you're closing a book. We're going to squeeze the knees into the chest. And then from here, you can roll off to your side to press up, or you can rock and roll up to sit. Either way is perfect. And we're going to come all the way through to hands and knees for our cat-cows. So making sure those wrists are underneath the shoulders and the knees are underneath the hips. You're going to inhale, pull forward into your cow pose. And then exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, rounding the back, pressing the floor away, arching the spine, cat pose. And inhale into your cow pose. Return to your tabletop, and we're going to set up for our downward facing dog. So walking those hands a little bit forward, externally rotate, pressing into each fingertip, tuck the toes under, press up and back to your downward facing dog. Hopefully you practice your fundamental videos enough that you've gotten comfortable with whichever version of downward dog that you've chosen for your body. And remember that that can change day to day. Breathing here, pressing the chest back toward the thighs. You can paddle the feet. Stretching into your dog. And then on your next exhale, we're going to bring the knees down. Beautiful. And then we're going to shift forward onto our bellies. So come forward. If you want to come through via plank, we shift our hips forward first, and then we come down so everything touches the floor at once. There we go. So planting the feet and the hands, so tops of the feet are on the mat. Hands are back by the ribs. We're going to do 3 little baby cobras. So press the feet down, press the pelvis down, and then on your inhale, we're going to drag the hands back as we lift the chest. and exhale down. Twice more with your breath. Inhale, show me your heart, and exhale down. One more time, cobra. This time I'm gonna take a little higher cobra. You don't have to, you can stick with the baby cobra. And then come on down. And then inhale here. And if you want a little strength challenge, you're gonna keep the elbows in and press back up to your plank. Otherwise, come through to your table to come back into your downward facing dog. So 2 ways to get to the same place, and we'll all meet here. Make sure to take a big breath in your dog, and then walk the feet up to the hands, forward fold. So again, keeping those knees soft, letting the head hang out, and then slowly and gently, we're gonna roll up to stand. Rolling the shoulders back, standing up proud and strong in our mountain pose. And then from here, we're gonna turn to the long side of the mat. Take the feet out nice and wide for our wide-legged stance. Find where you're standing in your power, but still getting that challenge. And then we're gonna interlace the fingers, reach up, keep reaching, hide your ears, and then on your exhale, you're gonna just let the neck muscles go. So you're still reaching through the arms and shoulders, we're just not crunching up through the neck. And then you're gonna go gently to the right. And then inhale, center, and go to the left. Awesome job. Inhale, reach up. Hands come down to the hips, and then we're gonna turn those left toes out, making that heel to arch alignment, setting up for your warrior two. So pressing into that right heel, we're gonna come down, bending into that left knee, float those arms up, reaching strong in both directions. And then remember to do those little checks. Make sure you're working the knife edge of that back foot. Make sure that knee is right in line with the toes, that you're not caving in or going out. Strong warrior. Beautiful job. And then from here, we're just gonna straighten that leg. Hands come to hips, left toes come in, right toes come out. Warrior two, second side. So make sure that your foundation is good. Get everything nice and lined up. Stack that knee and then add the arms. Straight and strong in both directions. Remember, you can always shorten the lever here, bringing the elbows in or keeping the hands on the hips. One more strong breath, sink down. And then bring the hands to the hips. Press through that right leg. Right toes come in, left toes come out. We're gonna go back to the first side. So exhale, warrior two to the left. And then we're gonna shift forward. We're gonna bring that left forearm to the top of the left thigh. Bring the right hand over to the left shoulder. Remember, we gotta smear that bagel, right? We gotta pull the chest open, bring the right shoulder back. Reach that right arm up, or you can keep it on the hip. So again here, you wanna look down. Make sure your knee is where we want it. Keep working that back foot. Trying to spin the belly button up toward the ceiling. Beautiful job. Then we'll bring that right hand to the hip, is in there already. And then we're gonna straighten through the left leg, reach the left fingertips up and over. Another little side body stretch here. And then inhale, back to center. We'll bring both arms out. We're gonna set up for our triangle pose. So we gotta bump that right hip out, reach, shift the hips, reach the left fingertips forward, bring the left fingertips down, reach that right hand up. Take your version of triangle. You should have your block or your chair or anything that you need from learning the triangles in the earlier videos. figuring out what triangle shape is best for you, best for your breath. And then right hand comes to right hip, straighten through the leg, come back to center. And we'll go to the other side. So left toes come in, right toes come out. We exhale back into our warrior two. We're gonna shift forward a little bit here to bring that right forearm to the top of the right thigh. Left hand comes to right shoulder. Bagel and Shmia. Open that chest, spin it open, and then reach up. Doing so good. Don't collapse into that right side. Still keep that little lift. Left hand comes to left hip. We press back up to center, straightening through the right leg. Right hand comes up and over, side body stretch. And then stretching both arms out. We'll set up for our triangle on the second side. So again, bump that left hip out, shift forward, reach, reach, reach. Right fingertips come down, left fingertips come up. I'm gonna come to my shin here, pressing through the ball of the right foot and the heel of the left foot. Remember, you can always shorten the lever here as well. And then bring that left hand to the left hip. Press back up to center. And now all 10 toes are gonna go to the long side of the mat. Taking the legs nice and wide. We're gonna bring the toes in just a little skinch. Lift up, lengthen the spine. I'm gonna bring my hands to my hip creases so that when I exhale, I can fold forward, bringing belly toward thigh. And remember, your version of wide-legged forward fold, you might just have the forearms right on the thighs. You might be bringing the hands to chair or to blocks. Wherever you are, try pressing into the outer edges of both feet. Careful not to lock the knees. Legs are still strong here. So good. And then on your inhale, we're going to come to our halfway lift, flat back. Look up. And then squeeze the legs together to come the rest of the way up. And we're just going to heel toe the feet back together to our mountain pose, and then come back down to the mat. And then we're going to come back down to our backs. Squeezing the legs in. And then on the exhale, we're going to plant the feet down, and we're just going to windshield wiper the knees. So I'm going to bring my arms out to a big T, trying to keep my upper body on the mat. And then on the exhale, both knees are going to flop to the right. Inhale, center, and they're going to flop to the left. And as you do this, your legs are going to get straighter and straighter each time. Until they're all the way straight. And you could bring the arms down by your side into your Shavasana. Relaxing here, being really proud of yourself for how far you've come and how great you're taking care of you. And when you take care of you, that's how we take care of the people around us too. And this is where I will leave you. Stay here as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.